And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Today is Friday, and we are going to be streaming some Battle Brothers. I think last week I mentioned I might not be streaming Battle Brothers today, but you know what? We decided to strap Battle Brothers. Why not? We did our little poll on the community tab of our channel here, and you know, a lot of people were saying that they enjoyed Battle Brothers, and well, the majority of it was Battle Brothers, and they wanted to see more of it, but you know, they do want some other games mixed in here and there. So what we're gonna do is we'll have to make sure that next week we have a little bit of spice of life added to the mix. So what we'll probably end up doing going forward is every other week we'll do a Battle Brothers stream, and then we'll add in a little bit of spice of life throughout the month. That way we have at least 1 or 2 streams a month where we will have a different game. But anyway, that is all I've got for a quick introduction to our Battle Brothers run, and we are going to go ahead and just load up our Valiant run. We are on day 70. Now, as a reminder, guys, I am not an expert at Battle Brothers in any way, shape, and or form. So you're going to see some good gameplay, you're going to see some bad gameplay, and you're going to see like, oh my god, what the fuck is he doing gameplay. My goal is for there to be less, oh my god, what the fuck is he doing, and more, oh, this guy actually knows what he's doing. But that's my goal, and whether or not I ever hit that, up for debate. Yo, what's going on, Sean? How you doing, my man? Did you have a good week? You got any plans for this weekend? All right, let's see here. We have, yeah, a lot of our guys are kind of fucked up. Oh, that's right, because we had to fight a fucking army. Right. We had to fight a massive army because we had an event. Conrad now has a partially collapsed lung. That is correct. We now have a weakened heart on Robin. We because we had some thieves, they got caught by the noble army, so we had to fight a noble army right at the very end of last stream. That is why we are a little tattered and bruised. Okay, taking a look at crowns. We have a little bit of crowns. We don't have a lot of crowns. We do need to sell some stuff. However, we do not get a good sell price here, so that is probably one of my issues. Okay, great. Looks like Aragorn actually has a perk that we can submit here. I'm kind of on the fence on what I'd be putting it in, honestly. That's probably why I'm holding off on it. You know what? Let's go ahead and just give him student, and that will bump us up a level here, essentially. So we'll do student. It's just a free standing perk. It will help him gain more experience. Now, obviously, grabbing student at your very first level is probably ideal. Not super early game, though. Simply because most of the time your early game bros just need to stay alive. They don't need to be tried to be built into super late game. That's one of the mistakes that I typically make, is that I'll try to force super early game bros into super late game builds, and when that happens, you end up just losing people, and it kind of sucks. So yeah, kind of how that works. And you know, we've like, just so everyone's aware, most of these guys, we're still in the early mid game. All right, now when I say early mid game, I mean in the grand scheme of things. If you are one of the pro Battle Brother players or whatever, and you're trying to beat the Black Monolith by day 100 or day whatever, yeah, this is late game, and you know, hats off to you. You guys are great, and I'm trash in comparison. But in the grand scheme of things, when you want to get to super late game, early game ends essentially at day 100 when you enter your first late game crisis. Remember, there are multiple late game crises, and they can go in, they can continuously happen. This game will go as long as you want it to go, until the game essentially just scales to the point where it can't scale any harder, and you're just, you know, fighting God and anime on the you got the power of God and anime on your side against, you know, anything else, right? Something like that. So that's why I say that my builds are not early game, are not late game builds, because most of them kind of aren't. We don't have super late game guys. We don't have anyone that's like, oh my god, this is amazing tier. We kind of, you know, We're kind of just like slapping a bunch of things out there that are like lower end backgrounds and praying to God it works. But yeah, Sean doing so. That's my nieces and nephew on summer holiday now, so that's good. Me, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. What do I need to buy here? I need more dogs, honestly. Like, let's double check. Do we have any dogs? We have 1, 2. We have 3. We only have 3 dogs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy 3, and we can't buy any more. But that will at least help patch up our front line by making sure that we have some coverage in the canine category, and we'll just go from there, right? Like, we've got some guys that are going to be really good if we can keep them alive, and then otherwise it kind of is what it is. We're already at 12 out of 18. We could definitely hire a couple of people, but I don't think we're just at that point yet. So what we really need to do is we need to look for work, right? We need to make more money because we're broke. We have the Oath of Camaraderie right now, which you gain extra renown if your men become confident in battle enough times, which we're at 12 out of 150. But we need to like get better gear. Like we're hitting this wall, right? We just haven't quite hit this point. Oh shit, we need tools. We need tools bad, and we're about to fight 10 brigands. This guy's chest armor is basically destroyed. Let's take a quick gander here. It's 110 max. This is 115 max. Do I have anyone back here that's got some fairly repaired gear? We're gonna swap some of this gear out and about because we don't have the tools to repair everything. Yeah. Okay, he's at 69. Nice. That's 10% on Conrad. Conrad is super low though, so we're not gonna put him in there. And so is Raven. Pippin is decent HP. Roderick at this point can probably go back in. But all these other guys, they're pretty fucked up. Pippin can probably hang in there if we just put him on the flank. That's -5 fatigue recovery a turn. That is pretty rough. But a lot of these guys are pretty injured in the back, right? So we don't want to necessarily throw them out there if we can help it. So Ingmar versus Eckbert. We're gonna go ahead and give Eckbert like a actual chain shirt. We'll put Eckbert's old stuff onto Ingmar, and we're just going to make sure that we're marking stuff for repair. We'll make sure that the average durability of all of our guys that are actually fighting is decent, and then we'll basically flag everything for repair that we can, and then just get ready to cycle through stuff for our backliners. That way they're able to actually attempt to fight, right? That's essentially what we need to do. And once again, we've got a group of 10 down here that we're about to run into, and we currently only have what, 8 out front? Yeah, we got 8. We could definitely handle 10 of them with 8 of us at this point, but yeah. Looks like there's 2 or 3 marksmen. Hunting bow. If it's only 2 hunting bows, I'm not worried. If it's only 2 hunting bows, that really isn't that big of a scary thing to me. So I'm pretty much okay with that, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of steps up, right? And we're going to get ready to take them out. Okay, so there is a guy back here that has a metal crossbow. Noted. Just so we're all tracking here, we're gonna go ahead and use our rally with Henrik. Wait a second, have these guys start pushing up. Okay, we are going to move Ingmar right there, place the dog up. Hopefully the dog actually, nope, didn't attack the one that I wanted him to attack. That's okay, we'll get over it. I'm gonna drop a dog. Probably should have waited on some of the dog deployments. I'm gonna be real here, but that's okay. We will we'll be able to get past it. We're going to get Erling up here, have him wait at this point, right? And then what we need to do is we just need to come up here and start doing as much damage to their front line as we can. Looks like their crossbowman missed, which is great for us. We got 59% chance to hit. I'm okay with that. Now we're going to move right on up here. We're going to go for their crossbowmen. We missed. It's kind of rough, is what it is. And now we're going to take a step up here, and we're kind of just going to go with it, right? We're essentially there. We could go with Erling and try to get right on top of this guy, and see how this works. Let me double check. What's the difference between Erling? Erling's got 35 melee defense, and then who's our other guy that we have down here? Is that a Mary? Yeah, Mary's got 33 melee defense. So we could definitely get Erling right on up here and have him push this guy. Ouch. Oh, that's a good rotation. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. That was another good rotation. All right, Balin, I need you to actually hit your shots. Here, my guy. I'm just gonna say it real quick. I need you to hit your shots. This may hurt. Yep, that hurt. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get a stab in. We did not. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We are ooh. See if we can go for a push here. That worked. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Erling right on up here, and we're gonna drop a dog. Overlord's doing pretty good here. We go for the headshot. We got the headshot, but we did not secure the kill. We'll go ahead and secure the kill here. Got one of these guys set up for confident, and we hit directly to the head, which is rough. That's okay. We're slow pushing at this point, right? We're slow rolling up. Can you hit him, please? No, guess not. Okay. Is there a way to control the dogs? No. Dogs are uncontrollable. Drop a dog, move Eckbert up. Can we get the kill? No, we did not get the kill. Son of a gun. Okay. And now we need to find a way to get some damage going to these guys out here, right? We do not have really good accuracy right now. This guy's about to go here in a turn, so I don't really want to put myself in a position that we're going to get hit by him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Balin down here. We're going to swap over to his pike, and we're just going to go. See if we can start doing some damage here. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay, that guy's down. We are triggering more confidence, which is good for us. We're coming right on up here. Let's start getting prepped for this. Okay, we need to push with Overlord and hopefully start getting some damage going. And we may lose Erling here. It's just going to be a bit of a toughie. Got a good hit in on a this guy finally. Oh, there we go. We might be able to get him done here pretty quick. We may lose Erling again though. He's bleeding out of his neck right now. He's got 9 HP. He only needs one more hit. One of our dogs down. Okay, so this guy's about to go. Let's just see if we can go for the kill. We missed. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, that's brutal. It's absolutely freaking brutal. Yeah, we got the flea. We're going to trigger another resolve hit. We got another flea here. This guy is basically completely surrounded. We're going to move up, go for a stab. Got the stab. It did trigger morale loss. And now he's fleeing. So Erling's still alive. We're going to lose that dog. But at this point, I think we're doing okay, right? We're gonna wait here, go for that kill. And then Erling needs to move back so he doesn't get absolutely bodied. We're starting to push. Our dogs are tying up all of their archers right now. They're going to be swapping over to daggers or maces, most likely. Mary's doing okay, but he is getting pretty boogered up. I don't want my dogs to have to fight all of these archers alone, so I do need to push to help here. And that's what Egbert's going to do, try to trigger some of their morale penalties. I do need some of this armor, so we're going to move Overlord to right about here, and we're putting him into harm's way, right? We're going to keep Balin where he's at. We're going to move Aragorn down here. All right. I'm going to get Igmar all the way down here. Hopefully Overlord's able to tank through a bit of this. Erling's got 7 turns. We'll be okay. Don't they know how expensive dogs are? Yeah, they do, but people are honestly, like, some people are actually more expensive than dogs, right? And I mean, but some dogs are cheaper than people, and others are you know, more expensive than people. Like, some of our people are actually really cheap, if you want to think about it, right? I want this guy dead. Give me his armor, please, for the love of God. Okay, he's got an axe out now. Okay, that one's down. Still waiting here. Okay, we need to get Overlord out of here at this point, right? Just need to get him set up. We're getting him out. Whatever we can do to try and potentially, yeah, this guy's armor's already shot. It doesn't really matter at this point. We're just gonna push up and around, go for the kills, get them secured. All right. So nobody died. We did get ourselves a new piece of 90 armor. We only got 4 tools, which isn't that good. And we did get a decent amount of pretty serviceable weapons, right? Like a flail is worth a decent amount. The hand axes are worth money. The Morning Star, long axe, crossbow, all that stuff's money. The armor is, for the most part, fully repaired. We only got 4 tools, but I mean, yeah. I'm pretty happy with that haul. We do need to be a little bit selective here, so I'll be grabbing the things that are going to be repairable for a lot. Throwing axes are kind of hit or miss on whether or not they're actually worth it. But we're going to drop some of these items I have up here that are not worth very much, and we'll be good to go. So there we go. I think we came out of that ahead still. Now, you know, still nobody died, right? So that's still good, but we're not doing the best in general here. It looks like we're setting up Mary to be a dagger tank for the most part. Mary did get a max roll on HP, and that is something we're going to have to grab. And that's just really solid. We're going to go ahead and put Student on Mary just for funsies. Colossus would have been a pretty big pick too, but we can always grab Colossus on the next level. I'm just like, man, we just spent money on dogs. Meanwhile, just lost all of them, or lost like half of them, right? So we have better sell prices here, honestly, but there's not really We don't have the perfect sell prices or the ones that I'm really looking for here. So that's kind of why we're just stopping by. I don't think there's any work here either. What we need to do is we need to get we need to, one, sell stuff, right, and get our money going. We got to get our econ back up. And then two, we need to find a place that's actually going to give us some work, and we need to go camp bust. Like, we really are needing to be on the lookout for famed items at this point. So that way we can start really jumping up in that gear quality. Better gear is just going to help us out quite a bit. So our bros are starting to get somewhere, right? But we're not doing the best otherwise. Kill marauding greenskins. 500 crowns on completion. I don't really like killing greenskins, but they are what they are. 800 crowns on the contract's done. Okay. So this one here is for us to go to the city states. This one here is a caravan, 18 crowns per head, and it'll pay up to 30 heads and another 1,000 crowns when the job's done. And this is 4 days to the south at Al Anwar. So let's take a look-see here, right? Al Anwar is way the fuck down here, right? Like, this is about as far down as you can go. The Al Hazred is way over here, which is also pretty far. If we were to take the caravan, we'd have to go up and around, and we would hit Wolstadt. And I think, no, we would not hit Kronenkug. We would miss Kronenkug. So we wouldn't be able to resupply until Wolstadt. Like, that's the big issue here, right? And that's doable, but we really, really, really want to make sure that we have tools before we take that. But I think that is what we're going to do, and go down to the city states. We haven't been to the city states very much in this particular run. So I think we'll be okay. Ooh, I'm not buying those tools. I'm not buying those tools. And we are not selling anything here. We cannot do that. We are not doing that quest. Greenskins wouldn't be that bad. Just taking cargo. We're going to take the cargo, and then we're going to head out. And we're going to try to get there fairly quickly, right? So we need to go to Al Hazred, right? And hopefully we don't run into too many things. And what we'll do is we'll stop by this village down here, see if we can buy anything, supplies that we actually need, right? And to save us some time, we can probably fast travel to Kronenkug. Just take a ship, right? Looks like they got some witches over here. Also looks like we are not getting good sell prices here. No, not at all. So we're going to head over to Kronenkug for 90 crowns. I'm okay with that, because time is money here for the most part, right? City selling for 16 on that. Man, that's just not that good either. I like to look at the hires, but I really shouldn't be, because I don't have the money for us to actually handle this. Are there any tools here? There's tools for 375. We're not doing that. So now we're going to head over here to this next town. This is not a town. This is a city. Okay, this is a town. That's a city, right? And then we got like walled cities. We have like a regular fort, and then we have like a citadel, right? And then you have like your little hamlets. So this place here is actually really fucked up. It's got marauding greenskins. It's got disappearing villagers. It's got ambush trade routes. It's like fucked. This place is not having a good time. And there's not really anything else that we can do here. Like, there's an inn that we'd be able to look for like rumors and whatnot on potential like camps nearby that we could go take out. But right now, ain't doing that. Mary and Pippin the Dagger Boys, yes sir. How are we looking on our armor? Eckbert, full. Aragorn, full. Erling is missing a helmet. Let's swap Erling's helmet out real quick. Mary, let's swap out your armor. Balin, you'll be okay. Overlord, you're kind of fucked up a little bit, Overlord. Your helmet's a little dusted, my guy. Henrik's fine. Ingmar, a little fucked up, but mostly fine. I think we'll be okay. Looks like we got a party of 8 brigands. We're not going to take those guys on. I think we would be okay if we tried to take them on, but yeah, we're going to swap Pippin the Eager over here on our left flank. Have him go on the opposite side of Mary. Conrad's basically back in action. He just doesn't have any armor, and I don't want to put him out there without any armor. Same thing with Rabin. Both those guys are ready to go. They just don't have the armor repaired, right? So we're going to go down here to Al Hazred and pray that they have some form of tools that we can buy here. For 300, that is not the best price, but you know what? We may be able to make it work, especially with 19. 19's honestly the closest that we're gonna fucking get, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna offload. We're offloading a lot of our stuff here because we've been holding on to a lot of this for a while, and we just need to get some cash flow, right? We need to get some tools. We are going to sell everything that's fully repaired. We're going to hold on to the stuff that isn't fully repaired because we can't get good value out of it, right? And this way, you know, we're at least going to be in a somewhat better spot when it comes down to when we're ready to fight more things. And we're going to go ahead and sell some of the bags and whatnot. I should have sold the low one and not the full one. That's just my mistake, right? But is what it is. But now that we actually have a little bit of breathing room here on our inventory, I'm feeling pretty good. And now we're going to buy 3 tools. No, we're going to buy 4 tools because I'll just take it down to a 3K. 3K is definitely a doable amount, right? We'll be able to do quite a bit of damage with that still. Take a look at the weaponsmith. They ain't got nothing that I want. Temple, Roderick, quick fingers, cut arm sinew. We'll go ahead and get that healed. Because we can. Tournament. Large tournament is to be held in the arena. Enter it to win marvelous prizes. Okay, 3 rounds, one after the other, and each harder than the last. Win all 3 with the same 5 men to earn the grand prize of a famed armor called Mickle Copperheart's Award. It's a tournament. You want in or not? All right. This is pretty cool, but we're gonna lose anyone that we send in there. We like everyone would die, and I'm confident in that. So because I'm confident that we would just lose everybody, we're not doing it. Okay, we have caravans here. 2 days to the north. We're not doing that. What we got for a 3-star? We have a decent amount of money. Drive off nomads at walls under the sands northwest of Alher's Red. We can do that. We are going to do that. That's fine. Okay. And now let's go ahead and mark whatever items that aren't actively being repaired to get repaired, right? Just in the off chance that, because a lot of our items we weren't actually flagging for repair due to how low our tools supply was, but we're about to have tools. So we're gonna leave town. We're gonna camp here for a second. How much time? 24 hours and 54 tools. Bro, we don't even have the tool supplies for that. Wow. And just like that, we're out of all the tools that we bought. All right, let's see if we have any things fully repaired that we can sell. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. All right, cool. Good. Because I was about to be very, very sad if we were suddenly out of tools again with nothing to show for it, right? So we're going to sell like all the arming swords. We don't need that many arming swords. We're still working on repairing our armor, which is like the big reason why we're running low on money, right? But we got an extra unit of tools here. It's going to take 21 tools for us to get fully repaired, which means we're going to be just shy of having everyone fully repaired, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to not mark all of our armor pieces for repair just yet, right? We'll just mark it like this. Then we're going to go ahead and put that on. And that way, you know, we're just in a little bit of a better spot. Just a little bit of a better spot. That shouldn't require as many tools now, right? Cool. Oh, it's going to take 24 hours and 14 tools. Cool. Easy peasy. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start heading back up here. And now, oh, I opened up the obituary by accident. So now we should be in a pretty good spot, and we are. So this means that we will be able to put our guys on up and in here, and we'll get everybody out here on the flanks, basically where they need to be. It looks like we could definitely use somebody else for our backline. We are missing another backliner essentially, but that's okay. We'll be okay for the time being, right? We could definitely use another pikeman though. I will say that. Okay, so we have 6 nomads here. I don't really want to fight these guys. Cool. We didn't have to. We had an actual army come in. We're fully repaired on everything that we need to repair. We have a couple of items in our inventory that we have flagged for repair. There are 3 nomads here. I don't really care about those guys. I want to take care of this. I have no idea how rough this is going to be. Looks like we're up against 13. 5+ K just like that. Bro, I've been sitting on so much shit. We had a lot of, well, remember, we had, we're gonna wait and see if these guys push out at all. They're not going to push out. They have range superiority by a lot. Mary's getting shot to shit. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a couple steps up. A lot of these guys all have dodge now. That is a one of the issues with fighting nomads at this point, is that they all have dodge. So things are going to be a little bit spicy for us. That's okay. We'll be all right. Just going to be a bit of a harder fight. Okay, everyone's around. Rally. Okay. Up against 13 enemies, they do have a good choke. They have a lot of really good choke holds here, right? So that's one of our disadvantages here. We're gonna see exactly how they're gonna push up. Looks like a lot of them are actually gonna be shield walling, which is fine by me. But you never know. We may actually get lucky here. I would really appreciate if we were able to get a good hit in on some of these guys. From a distance, right? But it's not looking like that's gonna be the case. So we'll go ahead and use our hawk, see if we can get us a little bit better vision here. All right. So the good news is we have a way to get past their spear wall. We have a solution for the spear wall. We're gonna go ahead and end the round. One shot, 2 shot, red shot. Okay, you got a blue shot in there? Yeah, there's another archer. Here's blue shot. Nope, he didn't even shoot. He just moved. Sweet. Okay, so they're stacking up right here. I really wish we had a handgun, but we don't. I want to see how they do this. They're going to be burning through a lot of their fatigue here. Just trying to get prepped for this, right? And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of wait it out. We're going to just slowly encroach. They have a couple of guys on the flanks, right? But most of their bulk of their units, they have 4 archers right here, right? In this little divot. So if we are able to get some of our backliners to basically right here and get a hold of and just start crunching through their front line, because these guys don't have good armor. They just don't. Their actual armor's not good. But they have high defensive stats due to dodge. Now the cool thing is because they are getting fatigued, especially these spear boys, they are not going to be as good with their defenses. So that's the drawback to dodge, right? Is that they don't have the fatigue pool to be able to continuously dodge, to just continuously do what they're doing. And that's why we're going to kind of wait just a wee bit here. So I want to see if we're going to be able to get a good hit in on somebody. Not quite. We're going to go ahead and rally again because I don't want any of our guys to be wavering. If I can help it, I don't want any of my guys wavering. And then what I'm going to do, we can move Aragorn right on up here. Aragorn should be fine going up on his own for the most part, right? And then what we can do start getting people set up to be ready for intercepting the flanks. So now we're going to get Roderick right on up here. Maybe not all the way up. Yeah, we're not going to move Roderick all the way up. We're going to move him right about here. Just get him one step further, right? This guy has a spear wall out, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep Raven right here. And we're going to see what this does. A lot of them I'm going to shoot at Roderick. I can feel it. Okay, that was a miss. I don't remember what Roderick's range defense is, but it should be pretty decent, actually. Cool. That should be all their arrows that they've got. Okay. We're going to take a step up with Egbert. I'm going to see where these guys start moving. Three-headed flail coming in. Already doing quite a bit of damage to Raven. But now we are in a position to where we can actually get all the way up here. Alright. This guy is not moved yet, but I think this guy's already gone. So what we can do now is we can start getting everyone up here and just get prepped and ready. So I'm going to push Pippin up here. I'm going to drop a dog. Now Conrad, we can definitely get up here and have him start going around the flank. Now, Raven may be in trouble with how we're doing this, but we'll see how this goes. 18% chance for a hit there. I'm not a huge fan of that, but we'll, you know what? We're gonna have to take it. We missed. He pushed us back. Go for the head. Took that guy's head armor off at least. I do want to get Overlord down and into the fray, but right now I need to get people moved up. So getting Erling up here is pretty solid. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drop a dog right on top of this guy. Now, Balin will be able to take a step up here. 55% chance on this guy. We missed. 22 versus 37 versus 15. We're going to go for the 37. We did get a hit in. Good. 34 missed. That's unfortunate. Oh man, we moved Balin right into where we needed a Overlord to go. That's unfortunate. I didn't think about that. We'll be okay, but it is kind of a toughie. All right, I'm hoping we didn't bite off more than we could chew here. Looks like we're getting at least one guy down pretty low. This is about to be a bit of a bloodbath on both sides, right? Like I can feel it. I can feel the roughness of this fight. The roughness and the toughness of this fight is about to get pretty up there. We are definitely going to have at least one of our guys knocked out, if not killed. Probably multiple. Yep. Pippin's already fleeing, which is great. Yep, there's a kill. Three-headed flails are disgusting early game. We've got two of our guys stunned right now, which is not good for us. We are not doing very good on basically anything right now. We're in a bad spot. I've got Mary in a terrible spot right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just shield wall with Mary and pray. Yep. Yep. We are gonna swap Balin off of what he was doing, and we're gonna swap him over to here. We are not getting any kills right now, which is not good for us. We're gonna try and see if we can salvage this fight. It's not looking too hot, especially when we're missing. So we have 2 guys with 3-headed flails, right? Okay, we at least got an injury out on that. Let's go ahead and rally. Pippin is back into the game, at least a little bit here. This is not going to end well. Yep. Conrad, I need you to hit something, my guy. We're not doing very good. Dodge is OP when you have it on basically everybody, because right now we're basically dealing with what everyone, what the enemies have to deal with when they deal with us, right? That's why dodge works so well for us right now, right? Well, now we're seeing what happens when everybody else has it. Can you get more banners? Am I limited to 1? You only get 1 banner. You can have multiple people with the perk of rally, but only 1 person can hold a banner. We may have to redo this fight. I can feel it. I can feel us needing to reset the fight. Man, I didn't even get the ability to... Oh boy. I got a kill in. It's 12v12. We have both lost a unit. All of our dogs are down for the most part. Yeah, we're gonna have to reset this fight, guys. We're resetting the fight. We have to. This is rough. It's rough. Gotta alt F4 that. I don't want the run to end on a overzealous fight on camp crushing. I don't. This is a winnable fight. Just not the way I was going about it. We're gonna try it one more time. Okay. We do not have any high ground, but that is a-okay. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we are in a little bit of a better position here. Do all banners do the same effect, or they change depending on the banner? Has so good with the rally. Yeah, so rally is a perk. It's not a banner. Rally is a level up perk. Okay, so it's right here. Rally is an ability that you can have on multiple people. Okay, so rally is a % chance roll to improve someone's morale stage, essentially. The reason why Henrik does so well with it is because he has this battle standard, right, as well as the skull, on top of having 96 resolve with everything done, right? So he has a shit ton of resolve, which makes his rally very strong. This is the point of having a bannerman, right? Is he's meant to improve the morale of your troops. Now, you typically have a couple different bannermen, right? You can have multiple bannermen. Or not bannermen, but you can have multiple people with rally. But in order for rally to really work, you want to have really high resolve on that. And the problem is that most of your guys, you're only going to be sitting around 50 plus resolve, right? Like that's basically all you really want to be at for level wise. And if you invest too much into that, then you're doing yourself a disservice point wise, right? So you don't want everyone and their mother to have rally by any means. So we have an 11% chance here. Like we just really, like, there's a 12 here. We can go for the 12. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. I want these guys to push up a little bit, right? Because we got a giant blob of meat here. That is what we have with our group, right? We're going with a really tight knit formation here, like 3 deep, and 3 deep is not the best way to do this type of fight. But I want to figure out where their line's going to be weakest at, and that's where I want to go. And I want to get a hold of their archers if I can, just to remove potential damage from the fight. But their biggest, the biggest threat on the battlefield is this guy and this guy. Those 3-headed flails, with how low quality our armor is, will just absolutely decimate us. So that is these 2 guys are the big ones that we really need to kill. And until we're able to do that, we're gonna have a really tough time. Okay. Now, I don't want us to push up too much. I want us to actually wait and see if they come to us, if at all, right? Now, what we can do in the meantime is try to get some cheap shots in, right? If we can do anything, if these guys, you know, continuously use shield wall, anything of that sort, it's going to make it, or spear wall or anything like that, it's going to essentially make it to where they have higher fatigue, and they're not going to get as many bonuses out of dodge, right? So that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing. Now, most of our guys, we're pretty much there. Now, Henrik's breaking, and Pippin's breaking, and Mary's only wavering. But everyone else is back to being, like, stable. Like, they're not confident, but they're okay, right? And as long as these guys keep shield walling, we'll be okay. I want them to shield and spear wall. Yes, please. Please doing all of that. Keep doing it. That's exactly what I want. Because if what we can do is manage to wait them out to where they're somewhat fatigued, their dodge won't be as strong. Now, unfortunately, that means that we have to suck it up through all of their arrows, because they essentially have like unlimited arrows, right? AI don't have quiver size, so to speak. So anything that we can do to like get through the onslaught of them using abilities is going to be better off for us. And Henrik's getting fucked up. Wow, bro, Henrik, what is your freaking stats, dude? You have 12 range defense and you have dodge right now, but dodge is only giving you a +2 because you are capped out on fatigue. Got it. That makes sense. That's rough. Okay. We need to get up here. You gonna push? Nope, you're not pushing. 29. 16, 12, 10. Go for it. Give me a hit. Even if you had missed and like hit somebody else, Valen, I think I would have been happy with that. But you didn't. You haven't hit shit, homie. Swapping over to something else. All right, we're gonna see how this goes. This is gonna be an interesting fight. Henrik being that low makes me nervous, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I want to see if we can get up and around these guys. kind of want to send Conrad straight on in there. You got 47 melee defense, Conrad. Yeah, we can do that. We can handle that. Ingmar, what are your stats, Ingmar? So Conrad, you've got 47 melee defense. Ingmar, you got 23. So Conrad actually needs to be the one right on up here. Ingmar needs to be on the flank. Good hit. Rabin, what are your stats? They're not great. Got it. Don't hit Henrik. For the love of God, don't hit Henrik. You can hit Egbert. I don't care. No. Oh, okay. That's gonna be spooky. Oh, he missed. We missed. Missed a 50 frickin' some odd percentage. That's rough. Mary, drop a dog. I need to get surround bonuses. And we, oh my god. Okay. We're having a bit of a spice here. It's getting a little spicy. Egbert, I'm gonna want you down here. Help us out. Pippin, drop a dog. I don't think we're gonna actually have a chance with you hitting anybody, so just shield wall. Try to keep yourself alive. Have the dog try to just spam them down. $70%, 71%. Like, holy crap. Can we get some hits, please? 57. Come on. I need a hit. God damn it. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay. Roderick. 46 here, 38 here. Honestly, go for the 46. Missed. Ingmar's getting pretty fucked up. Spook coming in. Conrad got hit pretty good. We'll see how Erling handles it. Erling is okay. All right, Conrad. Do some damage, homie. 45 missed, bro. %, 13% to hit. I'm not even going to bother with Mary. 29 miss, 30 miss, 32. We're not going to do very much here either. 61. Come on. Come on. Bro. 58. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's 75. Come on. You, bro. Are you kidding me? How? How are you still alive? There we go. One of the big targets is done. He is done. That guy no longer has any body armor, so we have a chance here. There we go. We actually got a hit in on this guy. This guy's now bleeding. Now, we're still probably going to lose a couple people here, just so everyone's on the same page, right? Like, we've got Ingmar and Conrad up here are fucked up, and we're about to get, like, dumpstered down here. Okay, Erling's up here. He could probably help push that. I need to get Rabin down here or up here. I don't know where I need to move Rabin. I'm actually going to take a second here before I do anything with him. Okay, 30% chance to get a hit here on Conrad. We only have one shot. We're going to go for it because if we get this hit, it's going to help us out a ton. We missed. That's okay. Overlord. 41, 30, 41. Go for it. That was a good hit. That was really good. We needed that. Henrik, we need a rally. That was beautiful. Perfect rally. Oh man, I thought I had enough. Oh no, that's rough. Take a step up with Erling. 39, missed. It's unfortunate. Okay. I need Rabin to get down here. Cool. One of the archers is getting pinned. Go for the 41. Get the kill. Good kill. Eckbert's getting pretty fucked up. He's probably going to get killed. That's okay. Conrad's probably fucked. He's still in it somehow. 41% missed. That's rough. There we go. This guy's now fleeing. Aragorn has done his job. We're going to move right on up here. Get these guys tied down. I'm going to take a step up. Go for the 38. We missed. It's okay. Take a step up. Go for the 27. Missed. It's okay. Shield wall. We're going to push Mary right on up here. Take a step up with Henrik. 80%, 51%. Go for the 80. Good hit. Rabin's right up here. Go for the flank. Missed. Erling. This guy's at 61% chance for us to hit him. He's basically dead. We're going to go for the 53. Got to get some pressure on this guy. Eckbert, I already know you're basically dead. Just do as much damage as you can at this point. Oh, he got a stun off on us. That's rough. That's okay. It's still rough. We have no zone of control when we're stunned. Ouch. That was a really bad headshot for us. That's gonna hurt. Yep. $19, $42. Go for the 42. Get him pushed away. Got the 37 in. That guy's now fleeing. We're going to push up. Try to help out here. Missed on the 33. Let's get Man, we can't get Balin out of there. That's rough. I want this guy done. 38%, 38%. This guy's basically dead. Let's go for the 63 on the back line. Missed. That's rough. 65%. These two guys are already fleeing. Missed. That's also pretty unfortunate. We go for the 47. Finally got a hit in. We missed him. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god, this game. This game is brutal. There's a good hit finally. Thank you, Roderick. I needed that. Oh my god. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying right now. $59% for us to hit this outlaw. We're gonna go for the archer instead. With the 89, get him low. $38, 63, go for the 63. There we go, we got a good hit in there. That was a good kill. Go for this one. Because if we can kill the archers, right? Like, that's the big thing at this point, is we want to kill the archers. That way they can't do anything. And our backliners are actually starting to come in a little bit clutch for us. I really want to get a hold of that guy's three-handed flail, because I want both of them. But probably not going to get super lucky. Okay, finally got another kill here. Like, at this point, we've basically won the fight. It's just how many more people of ours are going to die. Like, down here, we're pretty fucked. I don't have a good front line that's ready for that. So these guys are going to be pushing up. And we still got one guy here that's actually a threat in the middle of everybody, right? And I'm hoping... There we go. I got a good hit on him, so we should be, for the most part, smooth sailing here. I need to get people ready to intercept these guys as they come towards us, though. All right, these guys are mostly fleeing. I cannot believe we just missed 280s in a row. This game is freaking busted sometimes. Okay. We are going to swap Balin's weapon out for this. We're going to pray. Yep, I figured as much. We did not have really good fatigue for this. A lot of our guys, like, we're kind of foobarred, to be honest. But we're still here for the most part, right? And that guy got away. We have a dog chasing one of them down. That guy's finally dead. Lost a dog. We've been losing dogs left and right at this point, so we'll see how this continues. Get Aragorn up here. Oh, this guy may actually be coming back. We'll see. Oh yeah, he's coming back. Sweet. We have a chance to still get him. Cool. We got rid of the hammer before he was able to actually do any big damage here. Balin, we're swapping you back over to the pike. Have you start moving a little bit here. Get Erling over here. Oh no, we're running you down, homie. Oh my god. That poor dog. I want that flail. I need that flail. Oh god, am I gonna lose Erling due to me being greedy for a flail? Let's see. Let's see how this goes. We'll get Overlord down here too. I need Overlord to get some kills. Who knows, we may actually get a famed weapon out of this. I doubt it, but maybe. Maybe I'll get lucky. It would sure would be nice if we got a famed weapon. I will say that. Holy crap. There we go. Oh, no one's actually dead. Holy shit. No famed gear. No famed gear. That is brutal. But nobody died. So that's the cool news. The bad news is, well, we lost a lot of permanent injuries. All right, let's take a look. See here, Conrad, you now have a weakened heart on top of a partially collapsed lung, so you're definitely not doing too hot. Ingmar, you're missing a finger. That's pretty rough for you. Roderick's fine. Eckbert is now traumatized. That's rough. Okay, I mean, we're still at it. Raven now has a missing nose on top of a weakened heart, right? But nobody else actually got knocked down, believe it or not. So for the most part, everyone else is still, you know, up and kicking, which I'm kind of happy with. Was not expecting us to do that well. Let's go ahead and get Roderick set up. We're going to take the +4 to range skill. I need to pump up his melee defense a little bit more. We'll take the +4 to range defense simply because. And I will take the max roll to fatigue. We are going to go ahead and honestly, a 57 currently is just not that great. But I think we'll be okay if we can give him student for the time being. Mary, congratulations on surviving for a really rough battle. I'm gonna be real here. So what we're going to do is we are going to get you squared away with a little bit more max fatigue. And we're going to get you set up with gifted as well, right? We're going to give you more melee skill, more melee defense. And we're going to pump up that resolve a little bit. Pippin will give you student, and we're going to give you, just student. That's all we can give you. We will take the +3 on melee defense, and I kind of want to increase your resolve a little bit here, but instead we're going to go for HP. And yeah, that is all she wrote on that one. Let's go ahead and go back and get paid. During camp, you step out of your tent to survey the men. A great many of them are freshly hired grunts, nervous, butting up with one another or trying their hand at some of the weapons. Henrik comes to your side. Yep, teach them how to fight against man. All right, everyone just gained a bunch of melee skill, which is a-okay by me. We just got a lot of that's like that's an excellent way for us to be able to increase melee. That basically gave us a free like half level for melee. And melee skill is applicable to basically everybody, so it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Now, we only had, we didn't get the best type of drops from that, right? But that's okay. We did get paid, and we're just going to burn through all of that by grabbing some of our lovely tools. Three-headed flail. I definitely want to get this set up on somebody, right? It'd be really nice for us to be able to properly utilize it. But I have a feeling we don't have the right type of unit or like a good bro for it, at least not right now. A lot of our guys down here are starting to get so fucked up that we need to probably look into retiring them or letting them die in battle. But as long as they're still here, we're still able to, you know, continuously just send them out there to help us win fights. And that's kind of the goal here, right? Is you really just want to win fights and kind of go with it from there. 28% at 22, so these things are gonna be worth like what, 80-ish? Yeah, they're worth about 80-ish. Okay, that's not great. Well, that's about 1 point per tool. Yeah, I can mark this for repair. That's fine. Okay, we have an arena. The arena, when you're ready. Okay, so it's still a tournament, huh? Yeah, no, we're not doing a tournament. I'm not doing a freaking tournament still. We have a contract available to escort a caravan 2 days to the north. We can go ahead and do that. Might as well do that. That way we're, you know, getting out of here because there's not really that many contracts here. And the fun part about being down south is being able to do like arena fights and whatnot, like routinely. But you don't want to do that if there's a tournament going on and you're not prepared. Like, we don't have the gear available, and we don't have like really the troop quality. Our best unit is Aragorn, and he's only level 5, and we don't have like the mobility on any of our guys. We don't have rotation on anybody, and that's kind of my fault. I haven't built them really to be able to do all the fun things that they need to be able to do, so that's just my bad. But I'm not really confident in my ability to win a 3-round tournament without being able to replace gear or anything like that, right? So, and I have no idea what we're fighting. This is gonna be sketchy. What is it? There's 7 of them, and if there's 7 and they're all super fast, don't fucking tell me. Oh, they're goblins. Okay, that's not what I thought they would be, but that's not good. I'm not happy about them. They're being goblins. Like, just so we're aware. Like, this is kind of rough. Let's go ahead and give everybody some vision. Move Balin back. Rally everybody. Oh, that was a good hit. Here, pushing in. Hop over to this. Go for a kill. Miss. That's unfortunate. We cannot rotate out of that. So we're going to go for that. And we're going to take a couple steps up here. Step up. Go for a hit. Miss. Oh, I definitely moved him in the wrong spot. It's okay. We have a good shot. Drop a dog. Dogs are actually pretty decent against goblins because it helps you get them surrounded. And that surround bonus against goblins is just very important. They are very slippery otherwise. And see how Balin's able to just rotate out of being like locked down. That's kind of what, like the big thing about being able to utilize footwork and rotation is you can just move your people to where you're always in a better spot. Especially against Goblin Wolf Riders, because these guys, super slippery. Very hard to keep pinned down. Okay, cool. The donkey managed to stay alive. All right, we did not lose any of the members of the caravan, which is really good for us. So good. We can keep all of that, honestly. Greenskin weapons, as long as they're made of metal, are actually pretty decent. They are worth a pretty penny, so we'll be able to repair that stuff and make a little bit of a profit. All right. So hopefully we don't run into any more greenskins, but I mean, honestly, we should be okay for the most part. I'm not too worried about this, but let's just go ahead and take a look-see. Okay, yeah, we made it there. That's easy. Easy peasy. We had a warehouse burned down and we are well supplied. Let's take a look-see and see what we got for prices. It's sub 300 for tools. I don't really want to pay anything. I really try to keep my tool expenditure and everything like pretty low. Well supplied. There's not really anyone else here that I would want to hire. We could take a look at the contracts real quick, but before I get too into that, I'll be right back, guys. All right, let's see here. Where were we? Okay, so we can go ahead and talk money, but I'm honestly not too interested in a taking any delivery contracts or anything like that right now. What we need to do is we need to be actively like pushing to take care of either really quick fights, right, or getting us repositioned on the map to where we can actually go and like clear camps. So that's kind of like at the point in the game where we're at. So there is a contract for us to follow somebody and take out probably going to be a group of brigands or something like that, right? Which would probably be pretty beneficial for us. But I mean, I'm not too terribly worried about that. Let's see here. We got a +3 to melee defense. We will take the +3 to resolve. I'm actually going to take the +4 to range defense, and then we're going to grab Gifted real quick and get him set up, get him up to 60 melee skill, another +3 melee defense. Then we will put another +4 in resolve on Pippin. Now, Pippin is pretty fucked up because he's got a split hand, so we're going to put him in the back. We're going to go ahead and move Conrad up, and we're going to move Ingmar up. Everyone else is going to stay in the back still. Mary, on the other hand, he's at 64 melee skill. He did not roll very well for us, to be honest. He got a lot of minimum rolls, and actually every single roll he had was a minimum roll. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. God, it feels bad to take a +1 in melee skill. We are definitely taking the +2 melee defense, and I mean, honestly, a +2 to resolve isn't the end of the world. Like, I'm okay with that. It doesn't feel good, but we'll be okay with that. Let's go ahead and get him shield expert. Keep him alive a little bit longer. Okay, now what we can do real quick, right, is we can just go take care of this. Just go take care of following the tracks, return this thing, right? We're gonna head out here. It's probably gonna be thugs, maybe raiders. It'll probably be raiders at this point. Yeah, it's raiders. But I'm not too terribly worried about it. And the biggest thing is that we need to be able to explore out here, right, and find us a camp that we can take out without us running into or without us running out of money or food or tools, right? That's kind of the catch-22. All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep on rallying. From the looks of it, these guys are going to be waiting for us to get close to them. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be waiting that long. Let's take a look at Ingmar. Ingmar, you have a 52. Okay. We need to get on top of these guys so they can't do too much damage to us. So we're going to actually just send it at this point, right? We're going to get like right on top of them right away. I'm just going to start scaring the shit out of them. Oh, that was a good hit. Get Ingmar falling back a little bit here. I'm gonna get Mary right on up here. Go ahead and pop a rally. All right, Erling, go for it. This guy hasn't been hit yet either, so we have a good chance of getting some decent armor here, or at least some decent easy, early game armor, right? So that's kind of the thought process here. We're going to swap Conrad over to a dagger real quick. Got a kill in. Oh, you should not have done that, friend. You should not have done that. I'm talking about the poacher, who just keeps moving down closer to our other guys. Really bad idea for him. That's okay. See how it goes for him. And it did not go well for him. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? You're gonna make it really hard for me to get this armor down, my man. You're not making it easy on me. Let's put it that way. I want that armor. I want that helmet. I want it all. Give it to me. Now I could definitely swap some of these guys over to daggers, but I don't want to. I want my little hobbit here to get the kill. And we got both pieces of armor. We got both helmets. A-OK went perfect for me. We will grab all the things that are actually worth money, and everything else will leave. That was a pretty painless fight for us. And yeah, that's kind of like we're at the point where we should not necessarily be fighting brigands. We need to be fighting a or at least not brigands, but like raiders. We need to be fighting a brigand leaders, which we'll be able to get a hold of if we go and do some of these camps and whatnot, right? So that's like one of the easier ways for us to get some decent famed gear is to do that. But we'll have to see how everything goes. Ingmar, you got a level, my guy. We'll go ahead and give you bro, you did not do very good. And I mean, I know I was supposed to get you set up to be like a two-hander for the most part or something similar, but you're not shaping out to be that good. I'm going to give you shield expert to keep you alive. We're just going to keep giving you, we're going to get him set up to at least attempt to do stuff. 79 melee skill on Aragorn at level 6 is pretty fucking solid. I will say that. we will give Aragorn an extra +5 on fatigue. So not fatigue, but initiative. So that essentially has him set up to be a really good dodge unit. And he should be able to start rocking a two-handed weapon now. Now, we don't have a two-handed sword for him necessarily right now, right? And that's kind of one of the reasons why we haven't given him anything. We could give him the great axe for the time being, but kind of holding off on it just a little bit. All right. I don't think there's too much else that we can do here, right? So let's go ahead and just take a look-see at the map. We have a lot of unexplored territory off to the east. We have a lot right here in the middle, and I'm not seeing very much in the way of camps. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and kind of skirt a little bit long ways and then come into Gemmenstadt, right? Because I want to see if there's anything up in here that may be like an easier camp for us. Looks like there's some green skin around here somewhere. Okay, we're going to be out of tools by the end of this fight. Let's keep going east, see if we can run into anything. I was hoping to catch something on top of the mountain, see if we could actually see a little bit further. But the wilderness must be explored, kind of thing, is what we're getting at here, right? Now, the good news is we have plenty of money and we have a decent amount of food. So we can kind of fuck around a little bit here and just really see if we can find a camp or something out here. But we also have to be somewhat selective on the camps. Otherwise, we're going to have a really bad time. Now, another thing we may want to do is just go ahead and head to a town that actually has an inn, right? Like a tavern, like Gemmenstadt, and see if there's any stuff for us. Now, Dagger Crest cover over here looks like this is a brigand hideout, so that should have a brigand leader in it at this point in the game. So we can probably just head up there and see what we can do. Hunt for direwolves, webnecks, naxxers, hyenas, and serpents. Hunt around the plains region of Vinland and other regions and return to Gemmenstadt at any time to get paid. And we can get 48 crowns per head, up to 25 total. So, which is only, 1,200 and some odd. But that's only if we take out beasties. We have a couple of other contracts. And that's heading back to the south. 810 to drive off the overgrown stronghold east of Gemmenstadt. I didn't even know that there was an overgrown stronghold, but we're going to take a look here. Overgrown stronghold the other day, full of treasure, you said, some way east of here, or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Okay, so it does sound like there is a stronghold off to the east that is most likely going to have some form of goodies, right? So that's one thing. We're going to go ahead and get rid of a lot of our food here, and we're going to buy some fresh stuff. And then we're going to get rid of the goblin weapons that we don't want. We're going to get rid of some of the brigand weapons that we don't need. We didn't really have a good sell price here now that I'm looking at it, and that was just me being dumb. Don't be like me, but it is what it is. So yeah. Well, I mean, it was still at least 15, but yeah, that was not a good place for me to sell stuff. I should have known better. I should have checked, but that's okay. So there's a place off to the east that's overgrown somewhere, right? But I don't know exactly how far east it is. But I do know that we have Dagger Crest cover up here. So we're going to head straight up there. And I'm going to get Pippin up and ready, right? And we're just going to make sure that we have our guys prepped and ready and get our spearmen off on the flanks. I think we should be okay for the most part. I definitely think we could do a little bit better with our gear at this point, but I mean, kind of is what it is, right? How much fatigue? You have 66 fatigue. You could probably handle an upgraded shield, right? But that, I mean, all it does is really improve your range defense. We could give you a Sipar shield, but I feel like, yeah, that would lower you too much. You're at 60. You're at 36 fatigue on Conrad. Oh my god. Beasts. Let's see here. Okay. Greenskins and aberrations. Oh my lord. I don't want to do any of this. We'll set up for the undead. This may be a hard fight now that we're not fighting our undead adversaries. This is going to make us a little bit weaker. Yeah, we have a bunch of raiders, a few marksmen, and we are just, oh my god. Okay, let's see here. I mean, we're okay. It's just not great for us by any means. I want to see how these guys interact. So one of the marksmen has a short bow, one of them has a metal crossbow, one of them has a wooden crossbow. Okay. Where is their leader? Their leader is right here. Oh my god, dude. I want that armor. That looks like a piece of footman armor. He's got a flat top helmet with mail. He's got a nice warhammer. Yeah, I want everything about that. All of that. That is what I want. I signed up for that. That is what I want. Give it. Okay. These guys are all basically in their own choke points. So here's the cool thing. We have the ability for us to move partially up, right? And they will not come out of their fortress, essentially, for the most part. So what we can do is get everyone basically to where we want them to be. And then we'll be able to actually go all the way up to this range, and they're not going to be able to really push us super hard. And we're going to have the high ground advantage. That's at least the goal, right? So we want to get to the point where we have basically all of our guys in position. And they're going to shoot at us and whatnot, right? But they're not going to be able to do too much to us. Oh, took out my shield. That's rough. Okay. Let's see here. What we got? We'll go for that one. We still missed again. That's rough. A lot of these guys have throwing weapons. It's getting kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. We need to get to the point where we're able to start stabbing these guys. Yep. All right. Now, for the most part, we should be fairly set up. I could definitely move Conrad down here and see if I can get a hit on this guy over his shield. But Conrad doesn't have a shield, right? And Conrad, I mean, he does have 33 melee defense, so now he is the one guy that can probably do this. and be okay. We do have Erling down here. I do want to be able to support Erling a little bit. We have a decent amount of people up top. Let's make sure that we don't leave Erling to die, and we'll get Mary down here to give him a hand. Now, see if we can whittle their numbers down before their boss gets up here. I'm hoping we don't lose Henrik to crossbow fire. Oh, that's bad. Okay, swap over to this. Oh, damn. I took one too many steps. That's rough. We missed crossbow fire inbound. Okay, he missed. Good. Okay, let's see here. 52 versus 67. 67 would be pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. Let's go for that. Okay, we are at a 69 or 94. Go for the 94. There we go. Now we're getting some hits. Okay, this guy is going to be absolutely terrifying. Egbert, I don't know how well this is going to go for you, my guy. But we need to try and keep you from getting completely foobarred here. That was a really good hit by Roderick. Roderick, do I have anything that I can... nope, not really. Oh, that's bad. All right. %, 27%. We'll go for the 40. Pray. Oh, good kill. I should probably have moved Overlord down here, but that's okay. 69, 95, 95, good hit. Missed on the 67, that's rough. $33 versus 64. Let's go for the 64. We're gonna drop a dog. $50, 250s in a row. I'm a-okay with that. We're gonna swap Egbert out to the dagger. Pray that we can get some hits in. I doubt it. Nope. No dice. We're gonna move these guys up slowly but surely. Try to give us a little bit of support here. Ooh, Balin got hit hard. That's rough. That was the metal crossbow, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Balin just got hit hard twice. Oh no. Okay. Drop another dog. Uh, 58 versus 57 versus 33. We are okay. Axe in 4 turns. Axe in 16. We'll go for the 4. Missed. It's rough. Yep. I knew Angmar was going to go down. I was just hoping it wasn't going to be soon. Okay. Conrad got a kill. We're moving him up. We got that guy to flee, which is good. Shield wall. Raven, we're gonna get up there. All right. These crossbowmen need to get handled. Need to get a handle on them. Okay, I know these two guys will fold as soon as we get somebody down there. So we're just going to stab and take a step up. Take a step down. Go for a hit. Missed. It's rough. I should not have moved Balin there. That was a bad spot. It was a really bad spot for me to do that. Oh my god. Yep. Yep. I knew Balin was going to get... I should not have moved him there. Yep. I knew that. I knew that. I knew it, but I did it anyway. So disappointing sometimes. Somehow these dogs are still alive. I don't know how, but they're fucking kicking. Which I'm A-okay with. Oh shit, Rabin doesn't have a dagger. That's rough. Ingmar, do you have a dagger? No, you don't. Okay, well, that means I need to get you up, over, and around. Yep. That's rough. I kind of knew better, but it is what it is. Oh no, one of the dogs is down. Only took forever and a day. I want this gear. I want the gear, and I hopefully want some form of famed weapons. Yep. And I'm A-okay with us losing some of these guys. So everyone's on the same page. We need to lose some of these units. I want to keep Pippin and them alive if I can, but some of the guys that have like sustained multiple injuries, I'm okay if they die. If they got a Lord of the Rings name, though, I don't want them to die. I will say that. Or Overlord. Never want Overlord to die. He dies a lot, but I prefer if he doesn't. Ooh, that's rough. There we go. That guy's finally down for the most part. Aragorn finally swaps up. I don't know when this guy's gonna move. We're gonna just get up there, see if we can give him a little bit of a debuff. All right, that guy's finally down. Oh no, you're not getting away, homie. You are not getting away. Not at all. Like, I need that gear. I am getting that gear. That's the last fucking thing I do. I want that gear. I'm getting the gear. You are giving me that gear. Got the gear. Erling is dead. Ingmar is dead. Raven is dead. So that's 3 guys I don't have to worry about. Balin missing an ear. Honestly, not that bad. Footman armor. Hey. Flat top. Hey. Got leather shoulder guards. I'm okay with that. We got some decent trade goods. Did not get a famed weapon. That is unfortunate, but that is okay. We're doing fine. We got a full unit of tools. We got a decent amount of armor here. We got a good haul here. We got a war hammer. We got several war picks. We got a lot of really good stuff, right? And of course, we got some of our own gear back too, right? Like some of this stuff is ours that we lost whenever someone got knocked down, right? Looks like we are, you know, we can take the food just cause, and we might as well take the ammunition. The rest of this, not really worth grabbing. But hey, we cleared a camp that was not a quest camp, so that's kind of nice. Eckbert, let's go ahead and swap in some of your new gear, my guy. You are going into the front line now. Pippin is still alive. Congratulations. Henrik is level 9. We almost have our first guy to be, you know, at the super end game for where he's at, which is actually really freaking sweet. We do have him set up with Nimble, which is -8 and -5, so he is pretty much good to go. And now what we should probably do beyond this for him is maybe give him footwork. Footwork will probably be pretty good, just so he can start getting out of the way, right? We'll give him the max roll on this, give him the max roll on melee skill, and he needs some more fatigue because he does run out of fatigue pretty quickly. Overlord the Rock coming in hot with a 70 melee skill. That is really freaking good. We can pump up his resolve a little bit here if we wanted to. And we may actually end up doing that because it doesn't look like he rolled the best for anything else. I do want to up his range defense to probably around 30, since he's most likely going to just be a backliner. He really could use more fatigue. He could use more hit points, but he didn't roll the best for either of those. So what we're going to do, since he already has polearm mastery, right? And technically this is a hammer and not a polearm. What we will do, though, is now that he's got backstabber, he's got like basically all the things that we could ever want for him. We can swap in footwork. Footwork would be really good. Overwhelm is also going to be really good for him, as well as reach advantage. But we are hitting the point now where he's going to start doing really good. Overwhelm will be incredibly good once we get him a sword lance. We need to get him a sword lance, and I'm very confident in what he'll be capable of doing. Reach advantage will also help him just stay alive, but he doesn't need reach advantage. I am going to give him recover, though. Balance going into the back line. Roderick's pretty boogered up, but he's okay. Mary is okay. Pippin also okay. Both of those guys have incredibly high defensive capabilities at this point, and they're starting to come online, and they're only around level 3, which, if you want to think about it, is pretty fucking sweet, right? These guys are starting to do their thing, and they're not even like halfway there. Like they're nowhere near there when it comes down to the grand scheme of things of like levels and stats and whatnot. But they are doing their jobs. They're doing their jobs very well, even, which is pretty awesome. Pretty freaking sweet. Okay, so we have a 215 armor with the Adorned Warrior's armor. We do have ourselves our light scale armor back here. Footman's armor would be a little bit better for someone that's a little bit tankier in the back line. Overlord doesn't necessarily have a ton of fatigue, though, so that's something we got to keep in mind. But if we get a hold of somebody who could really use a nice like two-handed weapon, right? Something to think about. Like Conrad, I'm not gonna lie, we could definitely put Conrad in some heavier gear, right? And just put him like this with an executioner axe up front with 22 melee defense. Like, that's pretty solid. Having about 30 fatigue, 22 melee defense, like, I would not be mad about that at all. That's actually a really good setup we got going on there. We do have a couple of guys who are set up with hammers. Eckbert is using a boar spear. We could definitely utilize putting a little bit more like just stuff here and there. This could, you know what? We'll put the shoulder pads on, and that'll bump that up to a 200 armor. This will give us a 230 helmet, and this is what a closed flat top, which is a 250 helmet. So this would be essentially probably our best. Yeah, this is our second best helmet. So Overlord being our third best gear is perfectly fine. If we get Conrad set up, he'd be okay. But he does have a partially collapsed lung and a weakened heart, which does make him a lot more susceptible to getting his ass beat. So that's something else that we gotta, just be mindful of. We do need to be on the search for getting new troops, though, because we have lost quite a few, right? And that's just something to think about. So all in all, I'll take that as a dub, but we need to head to a town and start looking into recruiting some more people. The battle is over. You look around, the destruction is wrought. Raven is on his back, staring blankly at the skies with glazed eyes. Other brothers litter the battleground. There are ill-shaped, ragged, fractured, and fragmented, and soon fermented to collectively cruel end. And now the flies are gathering, dotting the dead with skittering moles. They copulate on cold skin with shameless abandon, and set about burrowing the next brood in the still warm gore. Overlord the Rock walks up and asks what it is you wish to do with the bodies. Honor the dead. Spending 60 crowns to honor the dead, perfectly fine. But now we don't have to pay them anymore. We do have a few guys that are still pretty fucked up, and I will want to get Conrad swapped out of his gear and put him in probably something a little bit lighter, and give him like a different two-handed weapon. Like, I don't think we have any two-handed weapons beyond what we gave him. That's meant for close combat, so that's something to think about. So is what it is. But yeah, cool. Okay, so there's a fencing sword here. It's nice. A great sword. Hey, if we wanted to drop all of our money on getting someone set up, but damn, that's pretty pricey. 311. Nah, it's not going to be a good enough return for us. This is not really a good spot for us to sell anything, honestly. We'll take a quick gander. Doesn't look like we have too many really good things going on. Egbert should be fine if we put him up front. We can give him a slightly better shield, and he'll be okay. Conrad, honestly, what we'll probably do, because it looks like we're about to be fighting some unholds here, we're going to have you in the back. We're going to swap this armor out, set this for repair. We'll keep Balin in the back for the time being while he's working on getting healed up. But yeah, we could swap Overlord, his pole hammer out for a pike, because that'll do some decent HP damage. And I think we're going to be in a position here where we're going to start going for some stuff. Roderick, you have quick hands now. Cool. Stash. Swap this out. You're taking that. Okay. Overlord, you do not have quick hands, I don't think. Nope. You do not have quick hands. Conrad definitely does not have quick hands. Egbert, we can probably set you up with a net. I want to get these guys squared away with nets, at least for the time being. Mary only has 23. You know what? I think Mary should not be the one to use the net. I think that needs to go to Pippin, because I think Pippin has naturally higher melee defense. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. This should be an unhold contract. Yep. 840 crowns on top of 210 in advance. That's okay, but I'm really doing the unholds because I like killing unholds. They're really good. They're really worth it, in my opinion. And they're going to be up here. Now, they look like they're going to be forced in holds, so it shouldn't be that hard for us. Hopefully there's only like 3. If it's more than 3, we're going to run. So there's 7 brigands down here. That's not what I'm after. The unholds are way over here at this point. Oh, it's just 3 of them? Okay. And they look like they're just standard forest and holds. So that's okay. I think we'll be okay against 3. I'm feeling pretty confident here. I want to see them come to us first. Was not expecting him to be that fucking close. That is not good. Oh, I fucked that up. All right. Time for Pippin to get his stuff prepped and ready here. One down. We're gonna wait a second here. I should not have roped him on the high ground. That was not a good idea. I really want this guy to die before he can do any damage to me. Okay, we got it. Cool. Okay. I mean, honestly, this is going a lot smoother than I thought it would. I'm gonna be real here. Our hobbits are keeping in there. Like, Pippin is tanking it. Straight up tanking it. I do want to get Aragorn back in there, but I also don't want us to be taking unneeded damage right now. Oh, that's not good. Footwork that. We're not gonna make it. We aren't gonna make it. Oh no. He was so close. I think we're gonna win this one without any losses, though. Fairly confident. Yep. Nobody died. We got a couple of injuries, but I mean, all things considered, that was pretty good. Yo, what's up? Are we winning? Yes. Yes, we won. Time to get paid. How you doing, Unknown? You doing good, my man? Caravan hand? No, I don't want a caravan hand. Let's head up here. This is a citadel. This would be a really good spot for us to actually get some potential recruits. We could really use some more recruits right now. And let's take a look-see at what all we have left going on here. Nope, nothing super awesome there, but hey, we'll be okay. Okay. Looking at hiring. Butchers are okay. Sellswords are really good, but they're super expensive. Disowned nobles are kind of whatever, right? And I think this is an adventurous noble. Adventurous nobles are actually really good in-game units. Well, they're at least decent, but they also cost a pretty penny, right? So it's one of the drawbacks to utilizing them, right? So nothing there that I really wanted to write home about. We do have some furs that we can sell for a decent price here, but before we get too gung-ho on sell price, let's take a look and see. So a 14 on the wooden shield. That's not really a good sell price for us. Let's take a look at the tavern. Wolf Haydn, to hire strong men. Okay. And then stay away from Wolf Haydn. The place is scourged by cutthroats, bandits, and highwaymen. Okay. We were just there. We were just freaking there. But we can head back over there. That's fine. I do want to go to Thalberg, though. See if there's anything we can get over there. I needed hardcover your thesis so soon as well. Adventurous Noble. Yeah, Adventurous Noble are actually pretty decent units, but I don't want to drop half of my crowns right now to recruit one guy that may not survive that long. We are down 3 guys from what we were just at, so we have been like kind of bleeding our units, but I'm kind of on the fence of spending that much money on somebody. Money is money, I guess. Yep. Nobles want to work for mercenaries. Yeah, they're trying to become an adventurer, right? There's so many anime out there right now of like people who are like, oh hell yeah, let's go adventuring. Like, I want to be an adventurer. I don't want to be a noble. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I can definitely believe there being some adventurous nobles, right? Brawlers are almost always worth grabbing. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna hire the brawler, see what he does. I mean, it's not bad. He's not bad by any means. 55, so no talent. I mean, we're looking at what, 80? Like 80 is not bad for a melee skill by any means. He's got solid fatigue. He's got decent resolve already. He's got, like, honestly, he rolled really fucking well. For a level 1 unit, like, he's pretty freaking good. So I mean, I'm not mad by this guy about this guy at all. Only having 80 melee skill is going to be kind of hit or miss, but you know what? We're doing it. We're sending it. He's going to have 83 by the time he's done leveling. We're not going to use him as a tank. He does not have the best stats for a tank or growth rates for a tank, but we will be able to use him as a decent frontliner. Pippin, let's go ahead and give you your heater shield back and give you your levels. Oh, we got a max roll and resolve for Pippin. We need to get Pippin a little bit more squared away here, but give him shield expert. There we go. Pippin is up there. Pippin and Mary, those two doing great. Do land check and kidnap a random farmer and give him a helmet and a spear, and he's good to go. If he dies, he dies. I kind of wish I could press gang people. Just like go up there with like a blackjack and just like smack him upside the head and be like, yo, you are you're working for me now. We're not the Swiss Army after all. Oh man. We have a decent amount of stuff that we can repair for cash, but we're not getting the best returns on stuff out here. Nothing really good there. Let's take a look at the armor. I don't want to spend all my money on armor either, so it's kind of one of those issues. Let's see here. So we have the patrol to Eisted, then Wolf Haydn, and then Thalberg. Return within 5 days. We get 190 crowns and then 39 crowns per head that we bring back up to 25 total. I don't want to return afterwards because Wolf Haydn's, I mean, yeah, I don't want to actually have to return all the way. That's where I draw the line. So we're going to go up here anyway. Now, if I remember correctly, there's actually a thing off to the east over here that Gemmenstadt told us about. So we'll be able to go take a look-see at it soon. We do need to buy some meds. Is it possible to kidnap and enslave? No, that is not in the game, at least not base game. It may be a mod, but it is not something that you can do naturally. There are slaves in the game, but you buy them. They're called indebted, and you treat them as regular units. But otherwise, no. Find the den of unnamed horrors some way to the north. on the Ghostly Plains. Okay. And then follow the tracks and return to Golden Talisman. Okay, that's whatever. We have, ooh, there is another Oathtaker here. Okay, that's pretty solid. Yeah, he cost 8 grand though, so I'm not doing that. Wendell as a wild man would be probably a pretty solid pickup. We have a butcher, we have a monk, grave digger. Getting a hold of a wild man. These guys always seem pretty solid for the most part, so probably worth taking a look and picking him up. Go ahead and patch up Mary, and then let's go to the marketplace. Shit. 17 on the wooden shields is not terrible. It's not great. I don't want to have to buy the meds, but we have to. And yeah, we'll buy some of this stuff, and we're gonna hire Wendell, and then that's it. We're backing out of here. We're getting out of here. And now we are going to make our way back down to Gemmenstadt and go from there. 3-star and range skill. What on earth is this? Ugh. Okay. Even on rolling nothing but 5s, dude, you're only going to get to 86 on range, and you're going to actually be rolling. You're going to be getting a 45 at it, so you're only going to be at like 81. Yeah? No? Yeah. So 81 plus gifted, which would be another +4. So you're looking at 85, which isn't terrible, but ugh, that's not what I consider good for a wild man. He's got terrible defenses, so he can be in the back line. He already has 51 resolve, so we don't need to up his resolve at all. Now he has terrible initiative, but see how that goes. And he should have really good fatigue already. He does. He has really good fatigue. I mean, if we can keep him alive in the back line, it'd be worth it. Yeah, we can do that. We'll put him in the back line because we need some more ranged guys anyway. We need some like help in the back line. We'll take the +3 to melee skill, and we'll just start plugging up his little bit of lacking stuff in the back. Give him student, and we should be okay. Conrad, we're gonna put you back up in the front line, my guy. I actually don't want you to have the best gear that we have. Now I'm thinking about it, so I'll swap you off that. We'll put you back onto a flail, and we will give you a regular shield. Yeah, regular shield. No, we can do the sit bar shield, right? Yeah, it should be fine. What's this? 13 fatigue versus 20 fatigue. Yeah, that's fine. We will set you up like that. We will give Wendell. I don't want to give him a crossbow yet because he's not gonna be able to hit shit with it. Do I have any? There's a long axe here. We can do a long axe, and we can put the heaviest fucking armor we got on him. Honestly, like this guy does not care. He does not care about weight. Like, he still has 68 freaking fatigue after putting the heaviest armor that we got on him. That's fine. Overlord is still alive. Yes, Overlord is still alive down here. He's alive and kicking, or swap him back over to the pole. You know what? No, we're not going to give him the pole hammer. He's going to keep the pike, and we're going to give the Wendell the pole hammer for the time being. Just because. Roderick, you're actually to the point where I think you can start shooting. Which means if I set you up as a crossbowman, I can put Overlord on with the jagged pike. And since you have polearm mastery, 50 to 70 versus, sorry if you guys can hear my dogs in the background, sorry about that, and 50 to 70 versus 60 to 80. So for 10 more damage, we could use the pike, but the jagged pike applies bleed and has an extra, which I'm a huge fan of. I really like that bleed, so I kind of want to hold on to that. Being able to apply like a heavy bleed is very, very nice. Yeah, inflicts 10 bleeding damage over time if not stopped by armor. So if it hits the HP, their HP, they're bleeding. Yeah, jagged pike. It's something that you can get from killing goblins. It's one of their it's like the type of pikes that the goblins use, and it applies bleed whenever it does damage to your health pool. So it's actually really good against most units, because if you're able to get a hit in, you most likely aren't going to be able to kill them outright within that turn. So it just essentially gives you a little bit more killing pressure. As they go through their turn, they'll take an extra 10 damage, so it's worth it. Some kind of pike Russians used to kill Mongols. While wandering the streets of Thalberg, you come upon a crowd standing around a hanged man. It must have been some of the notoriety. The folks are muscling one way. Our thief Pippin seems to have an idea. Okay. Pippin the Eager. So Pippin goes off into the crowd, and you lose sight of him in an instant. The old man chews on his gums for a while before raising his voice. This feller, he's one to trust. Before he can answer, Pippin the Eager emerges from behind the old man's shoulder and drops a bloody bandage into his palms. The creepy man unwraps the linens to discover freshly strewn extremities. The thief smugly smiles. Any thief worth his salt learns to pickpocket before anything else. I usually go after keys instead of toes, but a job is a job. Also picked some other things of interest here and there. Take a look. And Pippin gained initiative, as well as us gaining 500 crowns. So 500 crowns on that event. That's pretty freaking sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Hobbits are great at being thieves, guys. No armor equals bleed. I see. So just yes, kind of. Yeah, I actually know exactly like that. If you're able to deal any damage to the HP, they take a bleed. Yes. Do people work as thieves? No. So there are no professions like in so War Tales has professions, right? Unknown. In Battle Brothers there are no professions. There's only backgrounds. So everyone's profession here is they're a mercenary. They don't have, there's no tinkerer or anything like that. So Kurt the Mauler used to be a brawler. So he does an extra 100% damage whenever he doesn't have a weapon on, but 100% bonus damage when you're unarmed is still fuck all. But Pippin used to be a thief. So Pippin naturally has like really high initiative and everything like that, right? So that's why we hold on to things like that for Pippin and Merry, because Pippin and Merry both used to be thieves. Aragorn is an oath taker. Henrik is an oath taker. Eckbert was a fisherman. But like everyone has, Conrad is a killer on the run. Like everyone has their own specific background based off of like what you're hiring them as. So Wendell was a wild man, and your backgrounds affect events. Correct. It's not a job, it's just a background. But if you have someone that used to be a thief and that was their background, they can steal and they can do stuff during specific events, but it's not their main job, right? So they had a mine cave in, and we have a farmhand here. I am going to hire the farmhand, and that'll put us back up to 12. Farmhands are typically really good, and I say that, and this guy's pretty fucking shit. That's rough. Okay, well, I will put some gear on him and send him out to die. That's kind of how this goes. Congratulations, my dude, on being basically useless. You are equivalent to cannon fodder, and whatever happens to you happens to you. Conceptually, background influences status or being a main character. Yes, correct. Backgrounds, different backgrounds have different stats, right? So thieves naturally have higher like initiative, and they have higher like defense stats and whatnot because they're faster on their feet. They're used to dodging, right? Brawlers naturally have higher like physical attacks because they used to fight a lot, like fist fight, right? And then you've got like your paladins, which are your oath takers, and they're naturally gifted, and they're more gifted in combat than a lot of people. But then you got other backgrounds that are like fishermen and that kind of stuff. They're not really meant for fighting, so they don't have as high of a base stat. So each background costs more than others, right? So this guy here is an apprentice. So he's like basically an apprentice craftsman. He's not going to be that good. A caravan hand's at least used to somewhat like fighting, right? He's a guard, right? Can't see the stats, just random numbers when recruiting, or are there statistics before recruiting? It's just random. You can't actually see their stats unless you mod the game. So you're not able to look and see when you hire them. It's rolled. Well, in the base game, it's not rolled upon hire. It's rolled upon generation in the town. So all of their stats and all their level ups, all of that is actually already rolled in the code. The code knows like the game already knows what the maximum potential of stats are for that unit, as well as what that unit will get for every single level up. It already knows that. It's in the hex. It's in the hex decimal document. And you can like edit that if you wanted to. You could go in and edit that and make a custom background. You can change all of that because it's all in your actual save file. But I forgot where I was going, but each background basically has a range that each stat can roll to. So a minimum roll on something, let's say HP, for example, right? Brawlers naturally have higher HP, but Wildmen have even higher HP than Brawlers. So you can hire a level 1 Brawler and they'll only have, like 60 HP, which is honestly not that bad. But a Wildman may have 70 HP, and that 10 extra HP helps out a lot. So that's kind of how all this works. Overgrown stronghold east of Gemmenstadt. I don't want to be hired to take out the overgrown stronghold. I want to take it out without being hired, because that will give me a chance at famed gear. That is why we're doing that. Kurt, we're moving you off here to the right flank. Eckbert, Aragorn, I'm feeling fairly good here for the most part. Where is Conrad? Conrad is okay. I think we're going to be okay. So we need to head east. We need food before I go way too far out there and get lost in the sauce. 85. Oh, dude, furs are worth bank here. Hell yeah. 18 on the wooden shields. Honestly, we're going to offload some of this shit. That is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to offload a lot of our shit that we don't need, because we do not need a lot of this. And 18 is a good enough sell price as just about anything. So boom, boom, boom. We're holding on to the really good high-end weapons. We're going to hold on to some of the shields, but we're going to get rid of a decent amount of them still. And we're going to get rid of the deformed valuables. Now we're up to 7 grand. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's go ahead and get rid of. Yeah. That's good. That's good. We have a temple here. We don't have anyone injured. I think we're okay. All right. Now we're heading east. We don't have any more nets, so that's something to be aware of. Is we don't have any nets, and I don't think Gemmenstadt actually had any. If they did, I should have picked them up, but that's okay. We're gonna go into the forest here, and there it is. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling pretty good. I think we will be okay. I'm going to go ahead and give Roderick a pike just in the off chance that we need it. So what affects recruit status? Big cities are bigger, or just expensive equals stronger? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 different levels of cities to an extent. Okay. There is a little bitty like hamlet, right? And this would be easier for me to explain if I wasn't already in a fight. But a little bitty hamlet typically doesn't have that many people in it, so you're not able to get that many recruits. Okay. The more populated the city, typically there's more recruits. The higher end cities, so like a big city or like a citadel and that kind of stuff, will typically have like your hedge knights and like your nobles and whatnot, and they'll have higher end units. Whereas like your little hamlet that's down the road, well, it only has a tavern, so it's going to have like, tavern brawlers and stuff like that in it, right? That's kind of how that works. I have no idea what we're up against. Okay, we have a marksman. We have 2 marksmen. Neither of those guys are scary. Is there going to be a 3rd marksman? I have no idea. Absolutely no clue. Where is my guy who has a... I need to see what we're up against. Okay. Till the Mad with a two-handed greatsword. I need this sword for Aragorn. If we can get a hold of that sword, chef's kiss. Perfect. It looks like they do not have... They do have a metal crossbow. Fuck. Okay. So they have a metal crossbow, which is rough, but it's still doable for us. This is going to be really rough on us, though. We need to take a couple of steps forward, and we kind of just need to, like, slow roll up, right? And kind of go from there. Yep. Okay, cool. As long as we don't get hit by that metal crossbow, we'll be okay. And all these guys that are way down there on the flanks, I'm not too worried about. I want to get kill pressure up on these guys. A lot of these guys don't have good armor. There's a lot of thugs in here. So it's kind of just like random trash mobs, right? And the goal is for us to kill the trash mobs to trigger resolve damage. If we're able to get them to flee, we win. That's how this works. It doesn't look like they're trying to do too much in the chance of moving up. It looks like they want to whittle us down because they technically have more range units than we do. We only have 2 ranged guys. But I'm feeling pretty confident. I know as soon as we get a hold of 1 or 2 of these guys, we're in pretty good shape. Ouch. Henrik got hit pretty hard there. They're not going to push us until we at least get 1 kill. Okay, there's 1 kill. Let's see what happens. Are you guys going to rush us, or are you just going to fill the spot? If I get him all the way up here and get on top, I'm not going to be able to get on top of the metal crossbow, who's actually the threat. That's the problem. Yep, they're rushing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, these guys aren't really going to be able to come in from that side, so that's fine. We could definitely move Conrad right on up here. Get a couple hits in if we can. So I kind of want to get to the point where we're able to push up and not necessarily get completely foobarred here, right? But... Oh, Kurt the Mauler. Who the fuck are you? You must be one of the new guys. Yeah, you're a new guy. Got it. Actually, I don't want to move you up. I thought better of it. I will move you up, though. Come on, give me a hit. Nice. If they had stuff, they wouldn't be bandits. I mean, you kind of got a point. Kind of got a point. Now, I kind of want Till the Mad's gear, but I don't want to risk... I kind of want to dagger him down, but I'm also not really wanting to risk losing my units over it, so we'll see how this fight goes. We'll hold off on using any form of damaging there. Damn. Balin, I need you to do better. Now that guy just got fucked up. That was a pretty good hit. There we go. Now we're starting to get some resolve damage going. Good kill. Move up. All right, Roderick, you're fine for the most part. I need to get this guy surrounded completely. And that's going to be my main goal at this point. We need to get Kurt. Well, I mean, Conrad's fine where he's at. I do want to get... I like Overlord where he's at because he can't get hit by Till, but I do want to dagger Till down, but also I kind of just don't care because his armor is good because it's an increase for most of our gear, but it's not worth losing our units over. It's not that good, if that makes sense. Oh, that's rough. I missed. Damn. Oh yeah, we're having some fun here. Let's get everyone moved up. I'm feeling pretty good. These guys are going to come up and try to help out. They're not going to be able to do too much. This is honestly a pretty easy fight. This is kind of like one of the easier camp busts we're going to be able to do here. I want this guy locked down so he can't shoot. Now, he should be able to shoot, but he won't be able to reload. Oh, that was a good kill. It was a good hit. Missed. Tragic. Oh, come on. All right, that works. We got the kill in. I don't think we took too much damage. Kurt got hit pretty hard, but I mean, that is what it is. What we're going to do is we're going to move him on up here, and we're going to press the advantage that we got since our leader's down, which is a pretty big hit to their resolve. Now, we did push really hard when we probably shouldn't have, but that's fine because now this guy's fleeing anyway. I don't think we're going to have too many issues just like cleaning up shop at this point, but we'll go ahead and do what we can to help everyone out. We need to try to feed some of these guys, feed some of these kills to our new guys. Oh no, we're running all of them down. Now, Pippin and Mary do not have the best melee stats yet. They are built to be dagger tanks, which is not really a thing that people build. Just forewarning, like most sane people don't build that, but you know what? We're here for fun. That's what we're doing. We're having fun, guys. So. And I'm gonna be real here. Pippin and Mary are doing pretty fucking good at their jobs. Like they're at the point now where they're starting to, like, you know, They may not be able to hit and do a lot of damage, but they're primarily dagger tanks, and they do what they're supposed to do, which is sit on top of somebody and keep them locked down so they can't go hit anybody else. And as long as they're able to do that, I'm happy. All right. And we have one more guy left. And he's dead. Okay. Nobody leveled up. But we got famed armor! Woo! Okay. That is good. That is really good. Oof. Okay. We got the battle-hardened Vizier's harness, a heavy lamellar plate harness combined with fine mail and comfortable padding. Truly well-made piece that is almost too precious to be torn in battle. 336 total armor for 29 fatigue. That is fucking immaculate. And we got ourselves a great sword. Perfect. Perfect. That is exactly what we were looking for. We managed to get the helmet off the leader. We got some goodies beyond just that, of course, but the thing that we wanted was a famed item, and we got one. That I don't know how those guys were so unequipped and they had that. Man, that's almost too good to use on anybody. I'm gonna be real here. Like, that's such a good piece of gear. How heavy is this? Minus 22 fatigue. Minus 22 fatigue for 215 armor, right? This right here is minus 29 fatigue, so he's gonna have 7 less fatigue. But we have a great sword now, right? Aragorn the Legend. That do you have? Are you Battleforged yet? You're not Battleforged yet. I need one more level on you before I put this on you. But Battleforged would be really fucking good for him. I am excited for that. That is a pretty fucking badass piece of gear. Aragorn, congratulations, buddy. You now have something that I wish everyone else had. But yeah, we'll go ahead and mark all the fun items that we got, all the goodies that we have for repair. And let's take a look-see at who our other frontliners can be. Like Wendell. Wendell's going to be he's going to be an archer, right? We don't have any super good frontliners that will be able to really handle that much weight. Now, Pippin and Merry, we can probably get set up to be kind of like that, but they don't really have the fatigue for it. It's probably like when I played Genshin Impact in 2020, maybe when the meta was just slap all your best items on one character. Yeah, that's definitely not the meta here. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of also isn't. You want your units to have roles, like a defined role, right? While others only eat gruel and sand. You know what? That kind of makes sense. But even then, the fucking brigand leader that they had, he wasn't even wearing it. He wasn't even wearing it. All right. Work in the mines as its merits. Militia's a pitiful state. And yep, nope, nothing here. Okay. We'll head down to Wolstadt and see what's what. Is there a tavern here? There's a taxidermist here. And there's a tavern in Wolstadt. We'll head down. We're gonna head down to the taxidermist. I want to see what we can make. Anything that we can make that'll help us out with armor attachments and whatnot. Good to go. All right, we can make heavy dog armor, large quiver of bolts, and that's about it. Large quivers of arrows, large quiver of bolts, and heavy dog armor. That's not really what we're looking for. And this is worth a ton of money, right? But we ain't selling it here. I just want to see how much is it. It's only worth 2,200. So if we really need money in a pinch, it would work. But that ain't worth it. We ain't doing that. Why on earth would I sell something like that? The important thing is in the early meta is damage dealer, fuck support healer or whatever it is. Yeah, that's fair. Like I get that, because if you got DPS, you don't need a good tank or anything like that, right? Because you're just killing them before they can even deal damage. About a day to the west on the road. Sandkai. I mean, that's not too bad. We could definitely get our way over there. Let's go to Wolfheiden first. Or Wolfstadt, my bad. We do need some more tools and supplies, but hey, we got ourselves some famed gear. A piece of famed gear. I would like for us to get more, right? Find the tomb of the Great Seer not far to the east and somewhere around the region of Shallowford. We can do that. That's fine. We could definitely get a hold of like thick plate rivets or something like that, or like the double mail. We could definitely do something along that sort, and then get that out there to where we're able to, yeah, you know, pump up the battle, this Vizier's harness a little bit if we wanted to, but it's not like a necessity. Yeah, we need tools. We're gonna buy 60 tools because we need it. We're gonna sell the some of the stuff that we have. Only 15, so we're not gonna sell everything that we have, unfortunately, but we should be okay for the most part. Let's go to the temple. We're gonna heal Kurt the Mauler. Do we have any? It does not look like there's any nets or anything like that here, but around the east of Shallowford, I don't. Oh, okay, it looks like it might be over here. Tomb of the Great Seer. I want to see what's in there. So that's what our goal is I want to go see what's in there, because we may be able to take care of that camp too. Now if we can take that out, we may be able to get ourselves a second famed item. And getting 2 famed items sure would be pretty dope. So let's take a look-see here. Are you going to give me any idea of what the garrison is? I sure hope this isn't going to be brutal. 18. It's most likely zombies. Those are not zombies. Those are geists. Geists and a bunch of zombies. Are there any fallen? Yep, there's a couple fallen heroes. That's gonna be a doozy. Oh fuck. Do I want to read maybe 9 hours of Love Live Idle Goken story, or just eat sand and call it a day? Eat sand and call it a day, my guy. This is gonna be a spicy fucking fight. A very spicy fight. I sure hope these guys don't get back up. We may need to reset this one. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. We're gonna see how it goes though. Yep. Oh fuck, they got a necromancer? God damn it. That is not what we need. Not a necromancer. Dude, I don't have anyone that can get a hold of that fucking necromancer. I don't even think I have any dogs left. Does anyone have a dog? Do we have any dogs? Any dogs in the party? No dogs in the party. Bro. Okay. If it wasn't for the necromancer, I think we'd be okay. You have to translate it to yourself in your head. We'll run. You know, I probably could. At this point, I don't think I can, as I had too many people wait. They're going to be on my front lines here. And those geists are pretty spooky. Yep, they're on the front lines. We're gonna have to figure this out. We should be okay. That fallen hero is gonna be a nightmare to deal with. Oh damn, I was not expecting us to one shot a Geist. That was pretty dope. I do need to get this guy from keep him from fleeing. I don't want to burn Aragorn's hit on this though. Okay, that's good. Go for that. Conrad, get a hit. Damn. Kurt's doing pretty good at tanking. That other guy is not. Good kill. No, that's not good. Let's see here. Go for the 95. Yep. Go for the 89. That's fine. Trying to take out as much of their armor as we can while we have as many of our frontliners as we still do, right? Because they're able to just keep resurrecting people with that necromancer. Yeah, we might lose 1 or 2 people, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, we're doing fine. Keep moving up. Oh shit, did not realize there was a guy right there. My bad. Oh, that's terrifying. Let's go for this. Yep, good hit. Got a kill in there. Cool. This is gonna be terrifying. Yep. Bro, how many of these guys are there? Oh, they just keep coming back up. Oh my god. Alright. Oh. Slowly but surely losing our north flank. That's rough. Oh, Necromancer's running at least. Nope, never mind. No, he's not. He lied. Looked like he was. But that is not the case. Ruh-roh. $84, $95. We go for the $95. Go for the rally. Good rally. Keep Mary hopefully alive. Oh, poor Wendell, man. He is up there. He is fighting the fight right now. I gotta get some people up here to help him. Same thing with Egbert. Egbert's having a tough time too. Okay. Roderick gets a kill, and he's gonna move to start helping out over here. We're killing this fucking Necromancer. There we go. Aragorn got the kill on the Necromancer finally. Balin's moving up to give us a hand up here. Egbert's somehow still alive. 56, go for 77. There's a kill. I'm gonna keep using Mary as a shield wall expert here. Mary's doing Mary's job at least, right? We gotta get prepared to just take these guys out as we can. We may lose a couple units, but all things considered, I'm fine with what's going on. I think we'll be okay, especially if we get a famed item out of it. Fuck. All right, we got Pippin is doing Pippin's job. We're gonna keep shield walling down here, praying to God that we can keep this guy getting whittled down. Hopefully we don't lose any of our units that are already up here. I think we've lost one guy so far. I think we lost like the farmer or whatever, right? The good news is now that we don't have the necromancer, we don't have to worry about zombies constantly popping back up. We only have to worry about killing them twice. Which is, don't get me wrong, it's still annoying, but it's not as bad as having to continuously kill them because they just keep getting resurrected regardless of how many times you've killed them in the first place. At least now there's the hard limit of twice. Probably shouldn't have pushed him the way I did there, because that means this guy's probably going to be more inclined to spin because he has a chance of hitting two people. I think I fucked up when I did that. Yep. It's over though. Steinar still alive. Conrad, who is actually one of our OGs, he died. But we got ourselves a new great axe. We got ourselves a decayed full helm, a dark thick tunic, which is whatever. We did get ourselves an ornate tome, and some good gold coins. I mean, all things considered, I'm okay with that. Conrad was at the end of his usefulness. He already had multiple permanent injuries, so it's okay. Steinar was the farmhand that was not that good, so him having a weakened heart kind of is what it is. Hell no, that Viking hero, or is he Hasting or what? What do you mean? Who is dead though? Use all buffs to keep them alive somehow. We do have a buff to try to keep some of them alive, but we can't keep all of them alive. All right, Steinar, somehow you survived. Congratulations. We'll go ahead and try to pump you up and make you a little bit more feasible. Egbert, you are traumatized, but hey, guess what? You survived, right? You're still alive. We'll go ahead and give you that. Yeah, you're not a great unit, but we'll give you underdog. Aragorn, Battleforged. There we go. Aragorn is finally getting somewhere. He's starting to feel pretty strong. He doesn't really need more fatigue, honestly, because he's just going to move once and swing. He has good resolve. He could definitely use some more hit points, though. He doesn't have the best hit points. And he has pretty solid initiative already. We could just give him a little bit more, honestly, and then give him a little bit of range defense. But yeah, that's pretty solid. Aragorn can now start wearing this, and that'll put him down to 34. But the way Battleforged works is equal to 5% is reduced by a percentage equal to 5% of the current total armor value of both body and head armor. So he's got 250 plus 336. So 5% of almost 600, like 5% of 500 and some odd. Like, he does not take that much damage. So yeah, it's pretty solid. Only receives 70% of any damage to armor from attacks, which is pretty good. And what if I do this? Then 83% of damage, and then right there. So if I put this on, he receives 87% of any damage, but then he receives only 70. So yeah, and just making it to where he just takes less and less damage overall, pretty solid. Kurt, get you set up. Give him the +3. Ooh, do. Okay. We'll try to get him squared away to get him closer to getting that that goal that we have for resolve of about 50. We'll take the +2 to melee defense. It's not the best roll, but it is what it is. Mary, +2 to melee skill. We're gonna grab the +3 to melee defense. I really want you to be able to wear heavier armor and still be able to do your job. You already are a shield expert. 4 to maximum fatigue or 5 to hit points. Honestly, 5 to hit points would be really good, and then getting Mary Colossus would basically just put them where they need to be. But we're giving them Backstabber first and foremost. Once Backstabber's done, then we'll be giving them a Dagger Master, and then Underdog, and then Colossus. And then I'm debating on Nimble versus a Battleforged. They may end up being more of a Nimble build. I don't know. I don't know right now, but we'll see. Roderick, Quick Fingers, the +2 to melee skill we don't really need to give you at this point. A 65 should be fine. Yeah, at this point, we're only going to take max rolls into melee skill for you. You have 9 melee defense, which isn't great, but should be good enough. We'll increase your fatigue, and we're going to get your range defense up a little bit higher, but you're basically there. Perk-wise, let's see here. What can I do to make you more useful for me? Crossbow Mastery could be pretty decent, right? We already have Crossbow Mastery on Balin, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and give you Crossbow Mastery as well. And Wendell, ooh, another +5. Wendell's catching up. Let's do... Man, I don't know what else to grab for you. I guess we can do the +2 to melee skill, just because there's nothing better. And then we'll do Gifted to pump you up, get you to at least 50 range skill. We'll put a little bit into melee defense here. You already have +10 your resolve, right? Or is that +5? It's probably +5. Yeah, it's +5. We'll pump up. You know what? No, we're going to grab all of these, right? And then we'll do melee defense. Yeah, it's good. Okay, and you're in the back line. You're both in reserves for the time being. We're going back to Wolf Shot. We should be fine. Just Google it though. I need to make my hardcover. Bye, bro. Have a good one. All right, see you, Unknown. Okay, we have a few 3-star contracts going on here, but nothing that we really need to worry about. We've got money. These things are worth some form of money. It doesn't look like we have the best sell value right now. No, we only have 16, so that's definitely not worth it. So we're not going to sell anything here. We could hire some people and try to replace our used guys, right? But honestly, I think this is a good spot. I think this is a really good spot. We got ourselves one piece of famed gear, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling really good, actually. Anyway, guys, that is all we got for tonight. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. Next week, we will not be playing Battle Brothers. We're going to be doing something else. I don't know what, but we will be doing something else. Anyway, hope you all had a good time. Thanks again for hanging out, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all next time.